So, Brother Gokul lives in New Jersey. He is an IT professional, and he's been on this path of spirituality for about 30 years now. His speciality is how he makes spirituality fun. So, for those of us who thought that, being spiritual or a yogi means you have to be like serious, well, Brother Gokul will show you something else. He'll show you how we can enjoy spirituality and how we can still enjoy being who we are and grow to become better human beings. So, welcome, Brother Gokul, from all of us here.
Sonia Ben, Om Shanti, everyone. Five secrets which you will soon complain because you're all youth. You're on the cusp. You're um, on that stage where you are stepping onto something beautiful, something excellent, something exciting, right? And very soon you may have to figure out many things on your own. And it is very important as a spiritual person for me, before I end my journey here in this earth, to let you know these secrets. Because I'm on the other end now. It's a little bit, I've gone into the other end, and you are coming into this new world, right? So very soon you will be the movers and shakers of the society, so as to speak. Many of you would be responsible for creating policies in this world. Many of you would be responsible to shape a new way to this world. Many of you would be influencing many people in this world. Many of you would be there making decisions and things which will impact many other generations who are going to come and take on. So for me, it becomes very important because from a spiritual standpoint, when you look at it, we think the life is not just this one little, what do you say, a linear thing, what you see, right? It's not like I'm born as Gokul and somewhere that's it. Gokul is dead, is gone. And there you go, end of Gokul. No. And many of you are associated with Brahma Kumar, so you know this spiritual secret. So you know there is more to it, right? There is something more, and I will be born again. And when I'm born again, guess what? You all would be those big dads and great dads and grandfathers and ministers and politicians and people who are shaping that society, and I'll be that little kid. And with like how you all did bright eye look, how wonderful you all look when I'm seeing in the gallery view, how you are all sitting and listening to me. Hopefully I would be listening to one of your sessions, maybe in my next birth. So somewhere there, I want one of you to kind of make sure that these secrets are passed on. So that me, again, since I'm also in the journey, trying to figure out few things, trying to understand few things, this will be a little nudge, a little push. So this is cyclical, right? So here I am doing the same thing. You all were here before. You were all here with different names and different forms, in a different gender sometimes, but you were here. Right? At that moment, I was that little kid. You passed on certain information and then you moved on, and here it is. It's my turn. So be excited and let's start off with these secrets. What could be these secrets? Okay, you're all excited? Yes. Great. Here comes the first secret. Right? Make sure never lose this first secret, which I'm going to reveal it to you. This first secret is going to be the foundation for many other things which you are going to do tomorrow. Right? You all ready? Yes? So here comes the first secret of life, what you all should and work on. And that secret is make your own bed every morning. You might be thinking, whoa, what, seriously, with all that hype and built up which you have given, this is the secret, brother Gokul, you are going to give us to us? Oh boy, I don't even know what session I have joined. If this is the first secret, then I don't want to even listen to the next four secrets. I'm done, I'm gone, I'm bye. Hold on for a moment. Even though this seems to be seemingly simple thing, this has a very great deep impact. So what's the first secret I revealed to you? Can anyone repeat it for me? Maruti, can you go ahead and repeat this?
The first secret was to make your bed.
Make your bed. Samhita, did you get it?
Make your bed every morning.
Yes. Kushal, what's the
Make
secret?
your bed.
Make your bed. This is a very important aspect of your successful career starting today. You want here very soon you will understand how to organize your world here. This will be the challenge. And right now, information is not required. Our old type of schooling is slowly, very soon going to be defunct. The type of schooling which we are used to right now, it will not be there soon, right? I don't know whether you know it or not. Right now, our schooling is based on memorization, right? You need to go and give an exam. I don't know if it's still there because I have left school maybe 20 years back. So right now, I don't know the format. You all been in school or college in some format. Is there any sort of examination still being conducted in? Okay, there is still, right? Oh boy, okay. You guys all better change that because I don't know why you need to memorize something when you have Google. Why we still need that time and energy being spent on something where you are learning, you're mugging up of, you have to remember, you have this thing, when very soon you may not, right? Imagine you are all learning the Pythagoras theorem, right? How many of you know Pythagoras theorem? Right, you all do know Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so tell me seriously, I'm walking on the road and I'm one person, someone will come to me and say, oh, hi, brother. What's your name? Oh, I'm Gokul. Can you give me Pythagoras theorem? Oh, okay. By the way, this is Pythagoras theorem. Believe me, till now, I'm 47 years old. No one asked me that. So I don't know how exactly it is going to help me now, unless few certain people who are doing some cliche or some niche work, maybe they would have that as a thing. So why am I being dumped on all this information on me, which I'm not even, half of the time I'm not even going to use it? Okay, how many of you know Schrodinger's equation? Okay, some of you may know, some may know. Seriously, when I learned the Schrodinger's equation, believe me, till now, I don't even know why I learned that and how exactly I'm using it in my real life. No. So if today, if say someone asks me, if say Akshay asks me, oh, brother Gokul, can you tell me something about Schrodinger's equation? I say, hold on, give me 30 seconds to be precise, because it depends on my internet speed to tell you Schrodinger's equation. Right, my answer depends on my internet speed. You ask a question, I will give you based on my internet speed. If I have a top internet speed, there you go, I can give you Schrodinger's equation and I will write it out in Google, and there you go, my Google god is there to give an understanding. So very soon our understanding of this thing will not be just dumping off information, it is going to evolve into something more, and maybe one of you would be responsible in making that. So very soon, it's not about memorizing things. It would be organizing things. All the most information what you have, everything what you have, how exactly you will organize. And this is slowly going to shape up your world. And to know how exactly you are organized here, see, you are going to be leaders. And that to be an effective leader, you have to be organized here. This is all you have to do. You have to organize it. How do I know I'm organized here or not? A simple test. You all have your room, right? Or shared room with your sibling in your house. Do you all do? Yes? Yes? No? Yes? Okay, many of you do. I want you all to kind of, not now, after the session is done, just get out of the room if you're in that room. Listen to something soft, smooth, not jazz music, something really meditative music, right? You can do that. You have YouTube and it'll give you meditative music. You put that and it'll give you. Listen to it for at least 5 minutes so that you are kind of going to a state of calmness. Take few deep breaths, go there. This is out of your room. Okay, you're going out of your room. And then once you have set, you will then come back, open your door, and say that I'm a detached observer and I'm opening someone else's room. Okay, this is what you will tell. This is not my room for the next 5 minutes. I'm going to open this room. And you open that room and you look around and see how is it organized. Where are clothes laid? Where's your socks? Where are the books laid? Where's your music instruments? Where's things? Where's your toys? Where is your... Look at everything with detached observer and see. And talk to yourself as a third person, right? Gokul is entering his room and saying, okay, so Gokul, this, what you are seeing out there is exactly how you are organized here. If the books are laying all around, if things are instruments, toys, those things, everything is, that is exactly your laying here. And very soon this will turn out to be a problem when you are in the workforce, when you're out there working somewhere. Your organizational skills, they say, right? Organizational skills means how you organize things. Information you can get anywhere. So the first battle of the day, you have to seize it. If you can take the first battle, seize it, and if you can work on it, then it will follow the second. It will spill over to the second, to the third, to the fourth, to the fifth, to the sixth. And without your knowledge, you will understand that, yeah, winning is not an option anymore. Winning has become a habit for you all. Right? And don't take me saying it. You will say, okay, brother Gokul, you might have said that to make a bed. Does it make sense? Yes or no? How many of you know Navy SEALs? Yeah, most of you don't. You know the type of training they get, right? Rigorous training. For them, they don't have an option of losing. They are put somewhere. They have to win because it is a matter of life and death. You don't know where the bullet is going to come from. You don't know how nothing. So a Navy SEAL too kind of says this first thing. When you get up, make your own bed. This is the first and the foremost important training given to you. 4 corners should be perfectly rounded off. You should have the blanket right on the side and the pillow right on top, beautifully laid out. It should look as if it is perfectly made. That is the first exercise you all have to do every day when you wake up. That's the first step to winning. Without much ado, let's take a listen. Sonia Ben, I do have access, right, to share? Okay. Let's take this scenario and let's see. Let's hear from a Navy SEAL himself. Okay.
If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make
Are you all able to hear it? Yes. Can I have an audio cue? Yes. Okay.
your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made, that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. To pass SEAL training, there are a series of long swims that must be completed. One is the night swim. Before the swim, the instructors joyfully brief the students on all the species of sharks that inhabit the waters off San Clemente. They assure you, however, that no student has ever been eaten by a shark, at least not that they can remember. But you are also taught that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground. Do not swim away. Do not act afraid. And if the shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summons up all your strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks.
Okay, that's you got from the Navy SEALs himself. If you have a miserable day, you will come back to a made-up bed. What else? You can take it the next day. So what's the first secret we learned?
Make your bed every morning.
Make your bed every morning. You wake up, this should be your rhythm. Automatically, you should make it such a perfect bed, such a square bed. The moment you see that bed, you should know, no, this might be the new bed they might have got it from a store. That neat, that crisp, because that will tempt you to make the next thing, next task similar. Make it a success, make it perfect. Then the third task, make it successful, make it perfect. The fourth task, fifth task. And by as the day progresses, there will be 5 tasks which you have done perfectly well. And there might be 100 tasks which you have miserably failed. That's okay. Then the next day again you will begin, and then again you will start. You will have 6 tasks today you will do perfectly well, and again 99 tasks which you would have miserably failed. That's okay. The third day, imagine after 365 days, you have made winning and perfection a habit. And very soon you will be a force to reckon with. The world will be scared of you. The sharks which will come and circle around you in terms of different problems, different issues, they know not with this guy, not with Smriti, not with Yuktika, not with Aryan, not with Akshay, not with Samita, not with Kushal, not with Siddharth, not with Akshay, I can mess around. Because for them, success is not an option, perfection is not an option. They are going to punch me in the face because for them, it has been trained to make success a habit. So that's why, kiddos, first thing, make your bed. Right? Any questions here? Samita, any questions for me? Siddharth, any questions for me? Kushal? Is it even making sense? Akshaya, any questions? Okay. Now, since we got the first part sorted out, looking at time, I need to rush because for every secret, if I take 30 minutes, very soon Sonia Ben will say, Brother Gokul, you know what? It's okay. Now enough of secrets. So I need to rush it. So let's give to the second secret. The second most important secret you need to understand is these 2 words. Make very firm these 2 words. No matter what, these 2 words should be your anthem. Your anthem of life is these 2 words. And that is finish it. And you might be thinking, what? Whom am I finishing it? Not whom you are finishing it. The tasks which you have taken. It doesn't matter. initially, or at least now. It doesn't matter you need to be number one in that. It doesn't matter it needs to be perfectly planned out and come. It doesn't matter it needs to be, that will happen soon. For now, the only thing you have to work on is to finish the task. Say you have joined a guitar session, you want to learn guitar. And to learn guitar, maybe it might be a 1 year course, 1 year for 54 weeks you have to go. Somewhere you got excited and you said, you know what, I'm going to learn guitar class. I need to join guitar classes on this thing. The first class, second class, third class, fourth class, fifth class, sixth class. I mean, by the time it comes to sixth week, you will be like, nah, I can't do this. This is boring. I don't want to do it. No. If you have joined, if you have put yourself in the feet, drag yourself, push yourself, do anything, write it in big, in bold, in your room somewhere, finish it. You may not be the best guitar player. You may not be the perfect guitar player. You may not even, that's okay. Keep pushing yourself and finish it. Because very soon the world needs finishers, those who take up and finish things. And as you are growing now, you're all young adults now. Don't worry, you may not be the biggest guitar player out there and you will be kind of jazzing away and you will be the next whoever the greatest guitar person is going to be. No, you may not. And that is not the point why you are learning guitar. You are learning guitar for a totally different purpose. That is pattern. What's the word? Pattern. You are doing anything you are doing because you have to create a pattern. Why am I put into the science class? Why am I studying math? Right? I said, no one in my life has come before me and asked me Schrodinger's equation. No one in my life has come before me and said, okay, brother Gokul, give me the Pythagoras theorem. No one has, but still I need to go through that. Why? Pattern. You are given an unknown task, a thing which I'm not interested in, a thing which I have no clue about. That's a task given to you. And this task is going to be there for 1 year. That's all, not for my entire life. Right? You might be in your 11th grade, 12th grade, I don't know, 15th grade, 20th grade. Oh, okay, there are no such grades. Oh, sorry. Okay. Whatever grade you are in your 5th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 10th grade, 12th grade, whatever grade you are, you have certain tasks given to you. And believe me, these tasks are going to be there only for 1 year with you. This 1 year, how exactly are you going to take this task? You don't have a choice. You have to go through it. You are put in your 9th grade, you're in your 10th grade, you have to go through it. Finish it. Because slowly a pattern would be put into you. Right? Say Akshay is there, right? Say Akshay doesn't like math. He loves math. It's a different thing. But say for a reason, something. He doesn't like math, but he's put into math. He will say, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to do math. I may not be the best math person out there, but that's okay. I'm going to put myself into the equation, understand this thing. And by the end of the year, he will come out in flying colors. He had finished it. He got the task and he'll give a pat. Yes. I took something which is unknown. I went through the journey and I came out and I finished it. The pattern is created right there. He took another task. Okay, this is what it is. It's unknown. It's difficult. It doesn't matter. I'll take help from 10 people, 20 people, 100 people. I may not get the best outcome which I wanted, but I finished it. People may laugh. Ah, come on, Akshay. That was a horrible thing what you have done. It's okay. But boom, he has created a pattern himself. Akshay might have taken a nice course on computing engineering, a course. After the first week, second week, she would say, I don't like computers. It's horrible, but that's okay. How much is that course for? How long is that course going to be? It is going to be for 8 weeks. I'm going to sit for 8 weeks. Get it, understand, make it. You come out of the 8 week, you'll come out of that course of computer course or whatever that session is. And you may not be the topper. You just kind of got through it, passed through it. That's okay. A pattern is created in you. What is it? Finish it. When this pattern is repeated, imagine for 25 years you are doing your education. For 25 years, I don't know how old you are. There are a couple of years which may have gone by. That's okay. Still, you have many years left. Maybe in another 15 years is still left of education. You all have, believe me. Because right now you have to learn till 30, 35 years. Whether you like it or not, maybe not in the formal setup, in informal setup. So you're getting this pattern of finishing it, finishing it, finishing it, finishing it, finishing it. And that too, things which you don't even like, things which you don't even relate to, things which it's okay. Math, science, social, physics, chemistry, it doesn't matter. You have created a pattern in you that, yes, I need to finish it. I will finish it. After your educational time is done, and when you step onto the world where you are really into this working environment, what you are taking, what are you taking? For 25 years, you have done your education and you are coming out. What exactly are you taking? Siddharth, what are you taking?
I think you're taking the lesson of like finishing it.
Excellent. You have taken this pattern without your knowledge for 25 years of strong, rigorous thing which you are, because right now you might be thinking, you might be looking for some sort of a validation, right? I'm doing my guitar class and hey, ding, 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 I'm playing and I will play before Aryan. Brother Aryan, how am I playing? You'll be like, brother Gokul, please stop playing guitar. You're the horrible guitar player. That's okay. But still there is a pattern that I have joined guitar class. I went through the class and I'm playing something. I'm a finisher. I finish it. Once with this pattern, when you step onto the work world, believe me, they will love you. They will grab you. The companies want you badly because of this one simple thing. You will finish it. You will be given the toughest challenge, which you don't even know. You'll be put in a project where you have no clue what people are talking about. You will be put in a rigorous, strenuous things where you have to kind of figure everything on your own and you can't even ask anyone. The moment you go and ask someone, they say, please, I don't have time. There's manual, go read, find out. I'm busy. But by the time you are pruned, you're already ready for that. You're already ready that, yes, I'll take it. This is not new. If I can figure out that Schrodinger's boring equation, which I don't know how exactly it will use in my life, but very soon you will be a great scientist and you will know, brother Gokul, you are so dumb. You don't know Schrodinger's equation's value, but I know it is the most important equation. Right? So similarly, this pattern will form in you that, no, I need to take it. I need to finish it. Right? So what are the two main secrets we took so far? What was the first secret? Who can go? Yes, Samhita.
Make your bed every morning.
Yes. And who will give me the second secret? Yuktika, what is the second secret we learned?
Finish it.
Finish it. Right? Akshaya, what are the two secrets? Tell me the two secrets, Akshaya.
Akshaya.
Yeah. Akshaya, not Akshaya. Akshaya, sorry. Yes, we have two. Akshaya, Achanta. Yes, what are the...
Finish it.
Yes, first is make your bed and then two, finish it. Maruti, what are the two secrets? Go ahead, tell me. You can unmute yourself.
Finish anything you're working on.
Yes, and what is the first secret?
Make your own bed.
Yes, make your own bed. And the second thing is finish what you have started. Kushal, what are the two things which you have taken? What are the two secrets?
Make your bed and finish what you started.
Wonderful. Great. Okay. Now, since you got these two secrets, I'm going to give you a very third, very most important secret. All right. So before that, let's do this, right? I need to play give you some sort of a motivational speech for the second mantra. And I'm not good in giving a motivational speech. So what I do, I share a video with you. All right. Okay, here we go.
How often do we procrastinate? How often do we say stuff like, yeah, I really should do that. I don't know. I guess I'm just lazy. We have a problem with too many choices, too many options, and not following through on any of them.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many diets does it take to get down to where you'd like to be at? Just one. The one you stick with. How many times you have to reorganize your office, your desk, your approach to your business, your profession, before you begin to see some of the results you'd like to see? Just one. The one you commit to and stick with.
You know the difference when I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
You don't start things and not finish. You don't quit it. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. When I pick it up and say I'm gonna start it, I gotta finish it. It all don't work. It all ain't the best. It all ain't knocked out the park. But I walk away saying I finished it. I did it.
I don't ever feel like I lose because I won't give up. And if you don't win, you're upset and go back and win.
So when it's all said and done and I look back, I can go, I gave it 100% and look at how good I got. Look at what I'm a product of.
Don't try, do. Forget about trying. Forget about making an attempt. Forget about testing it out. Although you may not end up in the profession or in the area that you're starting out, you don't want to go halfway. You don't want to just dip your toe in. You want to jump in hard. Do not try, do. Go hard. It requires a tremendous amount of courage to say, I'm going to give this thing a chance. I'm going to give it my all. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. But I know that I tried my best.
Where are the warriors that say, I'm gonna make a decision and I'm keeping it? Go deep into all these things that you love, 100%. Devote yourself to something bigger. Be decisive about what you're gonna do. Say, I'm gonna do it and that's it. And then be disciplined about getting it done every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
That was pretty dramatic, right? But hey, it gives the message across, right? Do it. Just finish it. You start something, finish it, right? The game is not called winning, or at least for you right now. The game is called finish it. And once you get into the rhythm of finishing it, the rest will follow. You will win. And once you win, oh boy, the world will look at you and take notice of you. That's for another day. But for today, finish it. Okay. And now to the third most important secret. All ready, or did I all put you to sleep already? Because already 2 videos have gone poop. Right? So that means I know like you all would be like taking a lot of pain and saying, okay, oh, okay, I got 1 video back. Okay, sorry. So one person is, they have gone. That is how I normally, oh, okay, he's back. Okay. No, it's not your mistake. It's my mistake because I tend to make things too boring and may even put you to sleep. So that's why we have Akshay with me. He will make sure that he will give some tips and tricks at the end and which will help you out. Okay, good. So the next, don't worry, actually, I won't put you on a spot like that. So the next important secret is reuse, reuse, reuse. And you might be thinking, hold on, so what? I have joined the environment-friendly group where I need to know how to save the environment. In a way, yes, but it has a deeper significance, very deep significance. Right now, unfortunately, World out there, not you kids, you're all still blessed. World out there have gone into this pattern of these two words. They are stuck in this two words. That is use and throw. This is something the whole world has got themselves into. Without their knowledge, they use and they throw, they use and they throw. And slowly that has seeped into your generation too. And it has gone into such a deep level. If you really look at some of your friends, you'll be surprised. How many times I might have gone to that water fountain anywhere in the hotel or anywhere, and I have used that plastic cup. I have taken it, I tried it, I used it, and then that glass is still perfect. There is nothing wrong with that glass, but I throw it. That perfect water bottle, that thing which I have, it's very good. I drank the whole bottle, and did anything happen? No. Is it good? It's still good. But I throw it. Why? The use is done. I throw it. It's done. This is a dangerous pattern which we can get. Why I am saying dangerous pattern is very soon this will seep into relationships. Because you are now used. Well, is it working? Yeah. How many of you got the latest phone, iPhone or Android phone with you? Okay. Good. Only one person. Okay. How many you got the latest PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever the new console is out there? Good. So do you feel bad about it? Okay, great. Then you all are good then. That's all it is. Because there is two things you will know. One is obsolescence. How many of you know this term? Obsolescent. No, right? One is real obsolescence, and the second one is perceived obsolescence. Obsolete, something which is being obsolescent means which is of no use. The usage of it has gone. You cannot use it anymore. That is called obsolescence. Obsolete. It came from the term obsolete. Means it's of no use anymore, right? It has gone obsolete, right? So you have a phone, you used it so many times, you are done, you used it, you're done, you used it, right? And then slowly it stopped working. There is no call going through. There is no this thing happening, nothing. Okay, it is obsolete. I need another one. Makes sense. But there is a whole generation out there who goes by perceived obsolescence. Perceived obsolescence means I have this iPhone 10 with me, right? I have this beautiful iPhone 10 with me. Does it work? Yes. Do I receive a call? Yes, I can receive a call. Can I install something? Yes. Does it have the apps which I need to work on? Yes, everything is done. But I don't want it. Why? Because now iPhone 13 is out there. Your phone is perfectly working, right? I'm not talking about Akshay because he has to develop an app, so he needed a phone for him to work.
It's actually not my phone; it's my dad's.
There you
I
go.
don't have a
He's
phone.
such a he doesn't have a phone 82. He's such a nice kid, right? So the thing is, certain things you have everything working, but somewhere the ad says, iPhone 13 is there. Now you need to get the new iPhone. So you are kind of, no, I don't want this now. I want this new thing. Why? Because a perception someone created and you're buying that perception. Someone says you need to get this latest game console. You need to get the latest this thing. You need to get the latest car. You need to get this thing. But what is that which is there with me? Is it working? It's there. But do you want it? I don't want it. Why? Because there is something new. I need to get it. The world, the marketing world out there has consumed you. The things are out there for you to consume. But slowly what happened? They have consumed us. They tell us that, no, now you cannot use this, use this. Okay, I'm using it. No, you got the latest dress, so you need to get this. You need, Anything which is out there, when you start to kind of start using and throwing it, slowly it will seep into relationships. Some of you very soon may get married. Some of you may kind of have will be going into your job. Some of you would have to go and do community service or help people out. And this thing will start to seep in you. Imagine me saying, I used it, now it's no more of use, so I'm going to throw it. Yep, you know what? Aryan is a very good friend of mine. Why? Because he always gives me some nice, cool gadgets and stuff like that. Now he stopped giving me those cool gadgets. So you know what? His use is done. He's no more a friend to me. That's it. Aryan, bye-bye. Does it work that way? No, it doesn't. So things what you have right now within your reach, with what respect are you treating it? If you are still using it and throwing it and using and throwing it, then very soon it will seep into relationships. And then very soon you will say, there is this friendship, it's not working, I'll throw it. Yeah, there is a relationship. I have my best friend with me right now. Yeah, who is your best friend? You all make a list. And after 1 year, I'm going to ask you, are they still your best friend? You say, nah, they are very nasty people. I moved on. No, you have to fix it. Learn the art to fix things. Start off with gadgets and slowly step in and make that your habit to fix things and use it again. Anything it is, you have to fix it or seek people who can fix it. Right? Unfortunately, we are living in a world where fixing things is much more costlier than owning it. So you know what you think? Oh my God, I have this phone, which if I need to fix it, I need to pay $1,000. And what is the latest phone? It's just $500. So boy, should I go ahead and fix it or should I kind of get a new one? Right? That's it for a different conversation. But your goal should always be, what can I do to fix it? What can I do to set it right? This is what I'm calling it as reuse. Use it, reuse it, and reuse it, and reuse it. Do not discard. Do not discard so that it shouldn't be a burden on Mother Nature. Similarly, it shouldn't be a burden on you, this being itself. Right? So what was the first thing? Make your own bed. What is the second secret? Be a finisher. Finish it. What is the third secret?
Reuse.
Reuse. Keep reusing it. Right? Now we will go with the fourth one. So I need to show you a video of reusing, right? How exactly you, with a spiritual mentor of mine, how much they go ahead and reuse it, right? Let's see that. It's a very nice story. Maybe you will love it.
One day, Lord Buddha was approached by one of his disciples. The disciple said humbly, "Master, I badly need a new robe. I have tried to use this one for as long as I could, but now it is all ripped and torn." Lord Buddha looked and realized that the monk was in fact right. He did need a new robe. Lord Buddha arranged for him to get a new robe. The disciple thanked his master and left. In the evening, as Lord Buddha was strolling in the garden, he saw the room of the same monk. So he went up to his disciple and asked if the new robe was fine. The monk happily replied that it was. Buddha then asked, "But what did you do with your old robe?" The disciple said, "Dear master, I am using it as my bedspread now." Lord Buddha asked, Ah, but what about the bedspread you had? What did you do with that? The disciple replied, Master, that I am using as my window curtain. Lord Buddha further asked, So where is the old curtain now? The disciple said, I am using it as a rag in the kitchen to hold hot pots and pans. Lord Buddha still did not leave it at that. Further demanded to know what had happened to the old rags in the kitchen. The disciple told him, Master, since the rags in the kitchen were already tattered and we could not find any other use for it, so we got the thread separated and are now using those as wicks for lamps. Lord Buddha smiled in contentment and walked out of the disciple's room, seeing how he had put everything to a good use, not wasting even the tattered rags in the kitchen.
This is how you will be stepping onto a different consciousness. Very soon you will really want to be spiritual. Age will come, a time will come when you will kind of slowly start to look beyond what is there in this world. Very soon, maybe not now, that's okay. And even right now, you shouldn't kind of look too much into spirituality and say, you know what, I'm going to leave everything. I want to take and go to Himalaya with a white robe or a red robe. No, right? That's why you have Brahma Kumaris, where it says, you know what, being a Brahma Kumar, being spiritual, you can still be in that world out there. But very soon you will go deep. You will start to ask some difficult questions. You'll have conversation with your best friend very soon. You will ask, what is life about? Why are we here? What are we doing? In that moment of clarity, a lot of questions you will ask. And you will go through a phase where you will be forced to kind of look within, deep within. Be prepared for the stage. Take this just as an indicator. Your parents did, before them their parents did, before that their parents did. That is what made a shift in them. That's why they have some sort of a spiritual symbols in their home. They have some sort of need not be spiritual symbols, maybe some sort of a symbol, some sort of a thing to anchor them. Maybe some sort of a practice. Someone will go into silence. Someone will wake up early morning, go into a jog, a walk, or someone will go into prayer. And very soon you will, because you are made, you are designed for that. You're not designed just to be in this world, do nothing. You're here to make an impact in the world, and this is the added fuel for that. Right? So the next secret, let's go through the secrets. The first one is make your own bed. 2, finish it. 3, reuse. And the fourth thing is raise your consciousness. Right now you got chance. You better start working on this to raise your consciousness. Why we need to raise our consciousness is because the healing happens not right here, it happens at a different plane too. You might ask, how can that be? Well, it's a lot of things which we don't know. Even though medical field has done so many research and so many things, advanced things, and has given many things, still they are stuck with these two aspects. You know what are those two aspects? Placebo and nocebo. Did you ever hear these two terms, placebo and nocebo? Yes, Siddharth. What are these two words?
Yeah, I know what like placebo is. It's like when you're like I think you're testing like vaccines or something. They give like a fake dose, which is called like a placebo, and then a real thing to test like, so they don't want like the results to be varied if the like if the people know if they're getting the real dose or not. Like yes. The vaccine might act differently, so they don't really know like Perfect. If it's because the vaccine or not. Yeah.
Good enough. Good enough. Yes. But do you know what nocebo is? It's an opposite of placebo, right? See, placebo effect is a simple effect where you are taking something and you are getting a feeling that you are getting okay. You're just taking sugar pills. People who are taking, instead of real medicines, they take real sugar pills, nothing in it. But the patients go and they take that effect and then really they feel, oh my God, I'm okay. I'm feeling okay. And out of this blinding, they do something known as clinical blinding and clinical unblinding. This is the study which Siddharth was mentioning about. Like when they create a drug, they blind the study. That means the doctor and the patients, they wouldn't know who is getting what, because they will mix the real drug with the placebo, which is nothing but sugar pill, and give it to the patients. And the patients are getting better, they feel they're feeling okay and everything, and they, in the end of the study is done, they unblind it. And unblinded, only the software or the computer would know who got the real drug and who got the fake drug. And almost always they have seen this placebo effect. Even now we can see people who just, we give it some tablet, which is nothing but a sugar pill, they pop in and they feel, how are you feeling? Yes, I'm okay, the pain is gone. The nocebo effect is nothing but an opposite of placebo, where you think that you have a certain illness and you get that illness. You are perfectly fine. You keep thinking that, oh my God, you know what? I'm going to get fever. I'm going to get fever. I'm going to get fever. Oh my God, I was with that person. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And literally you will get fever. Yet nothing was happened. Nothing is that your consciousness or your thinking can take you to a certain space and can make or break you. That's why consciousness is so powerful. So now what you're going to have is take time to raise your consciousness. At this time, take as much time. Make sure this consciousness, what you have it so pure, you have it so powerful. Because very soon you will complain, my goodness, why didn't you tell this before? Instead of me keeping on popping in all these pills, I never knew. All I have to do is keep this clean, keep this pure. A lot of healing will happen. And very soon, maybe after a couple of years, you will, when you really start to look for answers, you will come across these terms. You will find out who people with NDE. Have you ever heard this acronym NDE? It means near-death experiences. People having this near-death experience, people having out-of-body experiences, and the person has researched on it, and when they look through it, they all figured out they are all saying the same thing. When they feel that they have left the body, with great problem, they literally had a lot of issues in their body, and they go into a state of coma. And in that state of coma, they feel a different world. And where in that world, the total conversation happens totally different than what is happening right here. And then they feel, you know what? I feel healed. They come back and literally heal themselves to such a miraculous level, even the doctors find, wow, what's happening? Right? And the fifth one, which I want to give, looking at the time, God is real. I don't want to give anything else, because very soon you will find out the spiritual journey when you go through it, when you have understood how to organize your life here, because you started to do that your own bed. 2, you will start to be a finisher. Whatever you start, you finish it. 3rd, you know how to use things around in your world. Reuse, reuse, reuse. Even your relationship, everything will start to fall in place. There will not be any issues with you in your life around you. And when you have raised your consciousness, when you go into the deep healing, where you can heal yourself and others, the 5th most important secret which you will know is, there is a supreme. There is some power above. It need not be Jesus, it need not be Krishna, it need not be Allah, it need not be anything. That is the name what we are giving here. That's okay. But there is a supreme consciousness. And you understand that yes, some time I have to spend for that being. Why? Because right after healing, when you're doing, he becomes a very important part in showing you a certain way, in making you go through life a little more gently and making your life a little more purposeful. Okay, so is there anyone who can repeat these 5 secrets? Okay, Maruti, go ahead. You need to unmute. It's still muted.
Was this a secret? The one
Yeah.
that you said, the bed one?
Yes.
Oh, make your bed every day.
Yes. Okay, who will give me the second secret? Let's take one person at a time. Second secret. Okay, Siddharth, go ahead.
Yeah, finish it.
Finish it. Okay, who will give me the third secret? Yes, Samhita.
Reuse.
Reuse. Akshaya, what is the fourth secret?
I don't remember.
Raise your consciousness.
Okay.
Right? The fourth secret is you take time to raise your consciousness. Fifth secret. Yes, Akshay.
God is real.
God is real. Yeah. With that, thank you very much. Let me end with one video. And then when I said about this thing, and then we will end it. Okay, don't worry. Let me just take this chance to get just this one thing. This is of a person who has really had this near-death experience, which I was saying. She, in her own words, she's explaining what it is.
On February the 2nd, I went into a coma, and the doctors basically said that these were my final hours. The tumors I had, some of them were the size of lemons. I had had cancer for 4 years, and it had metastasized. So these tumors were all over my lymphatic system. So from the base of my skull, all around my neck, under my arms, my breasts, all the way down to my abdomen. And I had fluid in my lungs, so every time I lied down, I would choke on my own fluid. I wasn't absorbing food, so I became basically a walking skeleton. My muscles completely deteriorated. I could no longer stand up or walk, so I was in a wheelchair, and I was so weak that I couldn't even hold my head up. So I would be in a wheelchair and my head would be hanging down. My neck didn't even have the strength to hold my head up. And I was in a lot of pain. And so on February the 2nd, I fell into a coma, and the doctors said that these were my final hours because now my organs had shut down. And my husband and my mother were obviously very distressed. But as I was in the coma, what was unbeknownst to all of them, my eyes were closed and I was completely in this coma, but I was aware of everything that was going on around me. I could hear and see and feel everything that was happening. I could feel everything the doctors were doing. They were poking needles into me and putting in IV tubes and things like that. And my husband was by my bedside holding my hand. Not only could I hear what they were saying, it was like I could feel what they were feeling, like I was completely empathic to what they were feeling. And I could see and hear things that were beyond the room that my physical body was in. And I realized that I could even see my physical body. It was like I felt that I had become separate from my body. And it felt incredible. It felt just absolutely amazing. It was, for me, it was like the first time in years that I felt so amazing and so pain-free. The pain was gone, and I felt light. And I felt like I was really free and expanded. I also felt something which I can only describe as a feeling of unconditional love. And I know the word love has been overused, but it's the only word I can think of to describe what I was feeling, because it was like a euphoric kind of feeling. Like I felt like I suddenly realized that I don't have to do anything to prove myself. I don't have to do anything to feel that I deserve to be loved. I was loved just because I existed. And I don't remember ever feeling that way ever before in my life. And now I was no longer attached to my body, and here I was feeling this really incredible feeling of just like that I had a purpose, that I was loved and I was worthy. That's what I felt. This was happening to me in a hospital in Hong Kong, by the way. And I was aware that my brother, who was in India, was rushing to get on a flight to get to Hong Kong to see me before I died. And so in that awareness, I felt I needed to stay alive, at least until he got to me, because I knew that if I died before he got to me, he would be completely distraught and broken. So I knew that I had to stay alive at least until he got to me, at least until he had a chance to say goodbye. As I went deeper into the experience, I reached a point where I had the choice of whether to come back or not, because I reached a point where I encountered my deceased father. My father had died 10 years prior, and I felt that he was there to greet me, and he wanted me to know that it wasn't my time. But even though it wasn't my time to die, I still felt I had the choice. I could still choose to die if I wanted to. I wanted to stay there. I didn't want to come back. Being in that realm was so much better than being here, simply because I felt so incredible. And here I had the sick and dying body. So I couldn't see any good reason to come back into this body, because I was suffering, my family was suffering. So I really wanted to stay there. But in that time, I also experienced an incredible level of clarity. It was like I understood, I just completely understood how it was that I came to be at that point in that hospital bed, in that moment, lying there, dying from end-stage cancer. I actually understood how every choice and every decision that I had made in my life, in every moment in time, had led me to that point. And I could see it. And in that awakening, I felt as though that my father said to me, now that you know this truth, you need to go back and live fearlessly. And I understood that now that I understood this, if I went back, my body would heal. After that experience, after actually dying and coming back, I don't follow dogma or any kind of religion or spirituality, because it's like now I know that I'm a spiritual being. We all are. Every single one of us, we are. We don't have to work at it. I don't have to keep working at it or trying to be more spiritual. I already am. There's nothing to work at. We all are. So that's completely changed for me. What actually happened is that in that moment that my father said, that now that you understand the truth, go back and live your life fearlessly. It was, I would say, in that moment that my eyes actually opened. I mean, so much happened. I was in a coma for about 34 hours, but so much happened in that time because time is not linear there. It's like everything was happening simultaneously. And wherever I put my awareness, there I was. So it was all happening at once. And I felt that it completely changed me. I absorbed so much. It's like walking into a room or a situation of something that you've never seen before and finding out the truth about something you can never imagine. You can't unknow it. You can't go back and undo it. And it always stays with you. And so it has actually changed my life. It's changed who I've become from that point on. At first, I didn't want to come back, But my father also said to me that that I have these gifts waiting for me. The way we communicate as well is not through language, the way I'm communicating with you right now. So like here we use words, we string them together in linear time, in linear sentences. But in that realm, it felt like because we don't have our bodies, we don't have vocal cords, it was like my father's essence and mine, we just merged. So I knew exactly what he wanted me to know. And so I put words to it, but it was like I just completely understood what he wanted me to know. And he wanted me to know that I had suffered up until this point. And even though I didn't have to go back to my body, if I chose not to go back, I would be missing out on the gifts that were now waiting for me. So I understood that now if I go back, I won't be living a life of suffering anymore because of what I now knew. So I started to open my eyes. And of course, my family, who were right around me, my husband was sitting there holding my hand. My brother had just arrived from the airport. My mom was there. And of course, they were thrilled that I was opening my eyes. But I was still, of course, very, very weak with all these tubes. And I weighed about 85 pounds and these open skin lesions. So I started to open my eyes. And my family were thrilled, and then they called the doctor, and I greeted the doctor by name. I said, good afternoon, Dr. Chan. And he was surprised I knew his name because he only started tending to me after I went into the coma. So he said, how did you know my name? And I was surprised he asked that question because to me, it just kind of seemed normal. I just said, aren't you the doctor that came in this morning? And I told him the procedure of exactly what he'd done. I had been choking, and he had stuck a needle in my back and removed fluid from my lungs. And so I said that. I said, aren't you the doctor that came in at about 4 or 5 this morning and removed fluid from my lungs? And he said, but you were in a coma when I did that. How do you even know I did that? And that's when it started to transpire with everyone that something had happened. And when he left the room, I said to my husband, isn't he the doctor that said to you that I won't even make it through the night, that these are my final hours and my organs have shut down? And my husband, Danny, said, how did you hear that? He didn't even say that in this room. He said it down the corridor. And so it slowly started to come out that something had happened. What shocked the doctors was that within 4 days, the tumor shrunk by 70%. And then within 3 weeks, they couldn't find any trace of cancer in my body. And in 5 weeks, I was released to go home from hospital.
So with that, I'll leave it to you all to think. And yes, someone's having a question. Yes, Siddharth.
Yeah, I was confused in the video. She said she talked to her like a father or something.
Yes.
Is it like a bodily father they're talking about?
No. Because the moment you kind of leave the body and go, this was chronicled by every NDE, people who had near-death experience. They see a father figure, a figure whom they can relate to so much. So when they come down, they always think that it is their father, but it is a universal father. That's why I said God is real. We still are figuring it out. We still don't know. There are many unanswered questions in this world. But the moment, look at them, the doctors, everyone pronounced that she's dead, this is her last breath and everything. Imagine for 34 hours, someone can be in a different state of consciousness, a different world, different realm. She's looking from up there herself, and she could come back, heal herself. Within 5 weeks, she's out of the hospital. Yes, Siddharth, go ahead.
So that's just basically like meditation?
Yes, that is why this out-of-body consciousness is a very important practice you will know. Meditation is nothing like that, right? It's raising your consciousness to something else. Instead of you really like that person who is sharing her experience, why do you need to go to that level that you have to get cancer and go into a coma and then go and have a connection with a supreme being and then come back and heal? Why not right now? Why not right now, every day morning? Take at least half an hour of time. think that you are a consciousness beyond this body. Connect with that Supreme Father, like that lady was saying, someone who is more powerful, some more beautiful being in essence. Be with that being for half an hour. Instead of 34 hours to be with that being and getting healed, every day 30 minutes is pretty good. Right? Good, Siddharth. Okay, I have taken 22 minutes beyond my time and Sonia Ben would be upset. Sorry, here I am. Back to you, Sonia Ben.
Thank you, brother. I think that was really useful. In fact, you inspired me when you spoke about finish it, because I always start exercising and I quit. So now you inspired me to continue with the exercise, some kind of exercise.
She's
So,
just joking. She's just to let you all know that she's like you. She's just taking it. No, she is a very good finisher. Any task she takes, she will hold on to it and she makes sure that she takes it to the end. She didn't become a scientist just like that. And she has the guts to remove that entire thing. You know that she's a scientist. She said, no, I don't want to do it. I want to be a spiritual person and I want to help people live their life. So who can do that?
oh, that's sweet of you. But I'm sure everyone is taking back something. So great. Keep these 5 secrets with you. You can share these secrets with your friends too. And we will see you next month with maybe Brother Gokul or a different speaker. All right. Have a great week. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you, Smriti. Thank you,
Thank you.
Yuktika. Thank you, Maruti. Thank you, Akshaya. Thank you,
Thank
Siddha.
you.
Thank you, Samhita. Thank you, everyone.